So, Josh, hey, thanks for taking the time to give us the tour, man. And I remember the very first time that we met, your background just kind of blew me away, even pre-cannabis. I mean, obviously, in the cannabis industry, you've made an incredible name for yourself, and what you're doing is awesome. But I remember being thoroughly impressed by what you did even before that. So,
wow. All right, you have some legacy questions here. I hate that it's about me. Right. I built a really great team here, right? And so if you had me put one of them forward, I'd put the team before my history. But I think the thing that catches people out the most was I was one of the founders of G4, which is a television network for video gamers.
Yep.
Which most people I tell that to, they're like, oh, I watched that when I was a kid. And I'm like, yeah, I bled that when I was an adult. So my real big break was in cable TV.
Yep.
And I was there for 13 years, but I was always the guy smoking weed when everyone else was like drinking wine and going golfing.
Yep.
And so I was just hiding it. And I had to hide who I was and where my passions were, for my career. And in the Great Recession, right. I had my exit and was finally able to walk away from that whole career and that whole life, and I never looked back, and I jumped basically right into weed, and I've been there ever since.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
It's a dream come true, at least for me. I'm trying to make similar moves here with what we got going on with Taste of Earth. I mean, this was X's vision, but when he came to me, and I brought Brian in, who's not here. It's just it's always been my dream. So it's something that
there's no path for us if you're passionate about this plant. There's no clear path to working with the plant, right? And so what's unique about weed is that people get hyper passionate about all aspects of the flower, how it smokes, how it grows, right? The different terpenes, the different cannabinoids. And so what I find is the people that really excel at weed have that really, really deep run passion that they just weren't able to have beaten out of them or, shaken out of them by life. But they come through all sorts of other industries and career paths to end up at weed, right? Unfortunately, the guy who's passionate about weed and just starts growing weed and has never done anything else has nothing to draw from life experience in terms of how they're going to respond to the ups and downs, right? The roller coaster of the weed industry.
Yeah.
And I've worked in a lot of industries, and this one has the most fire drills, right? This one has the most things that go wrong. This is the hardest one to stay on your feet with a smile on your face, right? Like I like to tell new operators, buy cup.
Right.
You're gonna get kicked a lot.
Yeah.
Cup and a helmet. Best advice I have for you as a new dispensary owner, right?
Yeah.
Because you're dodging one punch while you're getting kicked in the junk.
Yeah.
And so the people that I think really are thriving in weed are ones that tried to get a normal career going, right? And we drew them back in, and they've got this body of experience to draw from, right? And then a lot of that you gotta also learn how to throw away. The things I learned in the television and cable industry, they apply to how we drive our team and how we motivate internally. But I'm not making TV shows, right? We're growing weed, and so you got to throw away a lot of that and be prepared to realize it's pretty good.
It's real good.
It's pretty good. I'll give us an A-.
Yeah, I felt that, saying when you said finding a career and then weed kind of brings you back.
Yeah,
right?
it's like that quote from Godfather, right? Every time I try to get out, they bring me back.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just when I found this space, I was in the security and I was in the kitchen, right, cooking. Then, I found this space and it's just wow, I love this so much. And, and I wake up every morning and, we're not open yet, right? And that's, I'm stressed about that. We're all stressed about that. But it's just great to still be able to wake up and go on tours like this and have interviews like this. I dreamt about this. And now I'm here.
Listen, so not to get too cheesy, but everyone that starts here gets the same dumb, cheesy speech, right? So I'll give you the dumb, cheesy speech.
Please.
This is my dream. I dreamt this whole place up. You are sitting in my dream right now. I don't know if you woke up this morning knowing that you were in my dream, but welcome to my dream.
Heck yeah.
I'm not having a nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm having a real happy dream. So all of this, from the brands and the quality and the output and the way that we try and promote happiness and positivity around here, the way in which I try and bring my beliefs and my faith into this business, right? It's all part of this dream, this active waking dream that I'm having. And so there are 3 doormats by the front door, and they're there specifically so that you can wipe off any bad attitude, bad feelings, hard feelings, animosity. 3 different rugs to get those off of you so that by the time you walk through the actual door here, you're ready to smile. You're ready to be part of the winning team. So winning doesn't mean being the best-selling brand in the state. Winning is we're achieving the best that we can achieve from what we've got. We're bringing our highest actualized selves to bear, right? We're putting our heart and soul on the line, and then we're trying to get it out there for the people so that people can enjoy the product the way that we enjoy the product.
Exactly.
And so everyone that joins this company gets that same spiel, right? And some of them get it, some of them don't. And the ones that don't,
Probably won't be here long.
they don't last long. And it's not because we force them out the door. It's because everyone else is like,
This guy
doesn't get
belong.
it.
Exactly.
Right? It's not one of us. And so there's a real passion here. Happy people grow happy weed, and I say it on social all the time, and it's not just me trying to like, what do I post on a Wednesday? Happy people, every room we walked into, someone smiled at you.
100%.
Every room you walked into, someone in there cared about the plant more than you or me.
Yeah.
Right? And so you try and get that to go all the way through so that the trimmers care and the packagers care. A lot of those are factory jobs. It's better to go get a job at Chili's or Fridays and work the line there than it is here. It's just less greasy, right? Less slip and fall issues here. But like, it's a hard job. You're in a hot room, sweating. You got to take off all your clothes and put on scrubs. You don't have to take off all your clothes, but you got to put on scrubs, special shoes, hair nets, all the rest. So you're in a mask, a hair nets, and then you're in that heat, in the humidity. It's not easy growing weed.
I was watching one girl put the COAs on the bags for the pre-rolls, and all I thought was like, if she does that for 20 years, she's gonna have arthritis.
Right.
Like she's got to go home, and her hands have to physically hurt from. She was like hauling ass, man. She was boom, 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 boom.
Hardest job in the building on your hands is shoving those tubes in the pre-roll bags. The hardest job in this building is shoving tubes into pre-roll bags. So, I mean, look, I think everyone here, I love this team, right? I think these guys work really hard. The jobs are all doable, but it takes a certain mental fortitude to show up, wipe all your bad attitude off, come through the door with a smile on your face, and then do a line level labor-based job, right? There's a meatball factory right down the street. And all they do is make meatballs, freeze them, and put them in bags. The whole factory. So that woman who's on the line, whose job is sealing bags, she might not be passionate about meatballs. She might not give a shit about anything other than clock out time and getting your paycheck and all the rest.
Exactly.
So we try to take that mentality and that philosophy and my dream and share that with the people that are even on the line so that they know you make a good living here, right? You make a decent wage. I think we pay more than the meatball factory. If we don't, we will, right? I find out they pay people more. I'll step it up. But we pay really fairly, right? Like entry level here is not minimum wage.
Yeah.
But it takes a certain mental fortitude to show up every day. If you need to show up every day and trim 30 pounds of weed, you go numb, right? So we give them their headphones, we give them their environment. They take mandatory stretch breaks every 2 hours, right? Get up, get your brain going. Try and, but there's a philosophy, right? All that positivity makes its way to the product.
100%, man.
Right? And if you're negative, the weed just soaks that up, right? And it shows in your yields, it shows in your potencies, it shows in the color of the plant, it shows in the flavor, right? I don't have the science to prove it, but I know it. And so just trying to feed that, right? Like that culture to everyone.
And listen, I've been involved in a couple different businesses, and leadership definitely, it starts at the top, but you could see that what you guys have your dream is real, man. It's not a dream, buddy, anymore. This is reality.
Exactly.
And you're one of the few lucky people that I'll probably ever talk to in my life that's actually living your dream.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day we'll be on that boat. We're close, right?
Yeah, we're
Like,
close.
I could almost taste it, right? You could smell it.
Yeah.
But like, to see that you're doing it, and like you said, when you walk through there, every employee happy,
Yeah.
you know, everything you're saying is just nothing but the truth, man.
I think once I cut that ribbon, that's when I can say, like, I kind of lived that.
You have so
know.
many firsts ahead of you. You're gonna cut that ribbon, right? You're gonna get your first metric sale,
Yes.
right? You're gonna
Yeah.
receive your first inventory, right? You've got all these amazing firsts.
Yeah.
You're gonna find the first person that steals from you, right? You have all these new firsts that you. I mean, listen, take it.
Yeah.
It's all a
Yeah.
blessing.
Yeah.
Even the stuff that. The real beauty of living happy is taking those bad moments, remembering your perspective on them, right? Realizing you're still in your dream, right? Even when you had a bad day.
Yeah.
It's just all part of the dream, right? And like take it with a grain of salt, but like that when it's all new, this is when it's fun, man.
Yeah.
We got a couple years of fun,
Yeah.
and then it'll get a little more painful, but there's plenty of fun to be had for a while.
Yeah.
In legal weed in Jersey.
We're happy to be part of it,
Yeah.
especially with partners like you guys. I mean,
Exactly.
we can't wait to see some of that garden green grown in Vineland. Like
Yes.
me, right? I'm a Vineland guy.
Yeah.
Like, hey, when I'm out and I'm bringing garden green to like a friend's house, right? And I'm like, yo, look where that's packaged, baby.
Exactly.
It's my town.
Yeah.
amazing.
You know, and
And
the
it-
fact that I have a relationship with Stevie and Frankie, the D'Andreas, I mean, for me, it brings me even, like, I'm not a part of your organization, but man, I feel proud for you guys.
Yes.
The fact that I know you guys, that we have this relationship, it's amazing.
And I'm a Millville guy, and I'm just, from growing up around here in Cumberland County itself, right? That's why I'm just so hype about you guys, because, like, you guys are putting Cumberland County itself on the map.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is coming out of Vineland, Cumberland County, like, South Jersey. Like...
It's a real honor to work for this family.
Yeah.
It's a real, they're great people, right? They really care. They're really a family.
Yeah.
They operate their business like like they're a family, right? D'Andrea Produce has been around since 1917, right? And so to be a part of that, right? And when I came in there, they didn't have their branding. They didn't have, right? All they had was the name of the company, and they had their dream, right? Their vision. And the best source of inspiration that I've had for all of this has been them, right? From the main brand on Garden Greens to Pete's to right? They're the perfect story, right? In a sea of corporate providers, they're I want to say small, but they're the mom and pop. They're like, no, we do this in Jersey. We do it our way, right? When the licenses are being handed, when they became available in Vineland, they were like, we grow Vineland.
Right.
So we want that license.
Yeah.
Right? And then they very quickly were like, we don't grow weed. Let's build a superstar team. Let's go find the best people we can find to bring it to life. So yeah, they've been a real dream to work with and work for. They're wonder. I tell Stevie all the time, like, please adopt me.
Oh, how could you not love him, right?
Right.
He's like Mr. Gadget, like he just is go gadget arm, and he just has the personality. Like, I think that, like, he could walk into a funeral and lighten the mood. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
There's no human.
And that
on
go
this
gadget
planet.
arm ends up being some person that he knows that is the key to everything that you needed. Like, no one is more connected in Jersey, I feel like, than this family. And so they've made growing weed in this state really palatable for me, especially as I'm from Jersey, but I've been gone for 20 years, and the way that they welcome me back, welcome my family back in, right?
Yeah.
If you need a doctor, a dentist, right? There's baked goods that show up at my house. They're like these, like, they make me feel like I'm part of the family.
Okay.
And
You are, man.
I've had a long
You
career.
are.
I've never had that kind of a connection with a business owner.
Nice.
So they're a real blessing.
Nice.
Listen, and look, they're lucky to have you too, right?
Yeah.
It's any good partnership. Everybody has to need something that the other person has, right? I mean, and when you put good people together, you get a good result, which is what we've seen with the Pete's, the Garden Green, the Test Kitchen. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. Real quick, let's get into the people that are representing your brand out to these
The real
dispensaries.
heroes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, when you guys, went and picked, your group, because you guys have an all-star group. You know, you guys have Loud Pack Lou. You guys have my guy, I call him X, you know, X, but that's his, you know, exotic or what that's his name.
Yeah.
And then you have Canna, what's her tag on it?
Canna John.
Yeah, Canna John, and then you have Toast, right? Crusty. You have all these people that are big players, and you guys show up. All on Instagram, you guys are killing it, you know? I don't see anybody, I don't want to say it like that, but you know, your team is all over, man. I don't know how you guys are getting them out there, but you guys are always working, non-stop. Every time I open my Instagram, non-stop, you guys are at a dispensary, you guys are somewhere at an event. And that's just nice, because, you know, getting that brand out. So what does it take to pick those type of people?
You're looking for people that are actually in the culture, right? And
Yep.
so I spent a lot of time lurking here in the culture while we
Okay.
built this up, right? When you and I met,
Yeah.
I like let some people know what I was up to, but wasn't out, no signs, wasn't broadcasting. You kind of start to see who's real, who really likes weed,
Yes.
who's positive, who's walking through life living in their dream as opposed to their nightmare,
Yeah.
right? Who speaks to it? Who do people get excited when they walk into the dispensary, right? And so Jersey is amazing because it's a small industry.
Yes.
But the people that are in it really want to be in it. Like they still love weed. You go to California, everyone's jaded. Everyone's upset. They're all at their third weed company, and the first two were really bad experiences for them. And so, and the third one probably sucks too.
Just
So-
maybe sucks a little less.
Right. And so they're jaded, and their passion has been eroded. So the first thing we're looking for is people that really, really, like, who are the people we fuck with, right? Who do we want to smoke with?
Yes.
Who can speak to it? Who gets you excited about, I got this, you got to try it, right?
Yeah.
And those people sort of naturally presented themselves. So he was the first, right? And I met him trying to sell him weed, right? He was the buyer of Verano.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, this guy actually knows what I'm talking about. It's not talking points and marketing jargon, and right? He's not hitting me with KPIs and corporate BS. Like, this guy's actually is one of us.
Yeah.
So it started with him. And then we start looking together. Who's out there, right?
Yeah.
How do you miss Lou? How do you miss Lou?
And it's crazy. I seen this
Anywhere you
happening
see him.
one by one, and I'm just like, yo, these guys are crazy,
Right?
Yeah. Go
And
ahead.
so
wow.
we brought Lou on.
Yeah.
The day we brought Lou on, right at this award show from the dispensary guy.
Okay.
Right around that show. Lou started like that week.
That week.
That
I hit
week,
Lou on
right?
Snapchat. I'm like, you ready to do
And
this?
so we go to the award show. Lou and Toast are up for all the brand ambassador awards. Lou won some, Toast won some. So I'm sitting there, and Lou just announced that he moved over, right, from the botanist to
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
And Toast is like, but I'm the brand ambassador of the year. Like, what about me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, well, let's meet this Toast guy, right? And so you meet Toast, and each one of these humans is so human. Is so like, their hearts, you feel their heart when they walk into a room. You feel their warmth, and they're just loving people. You meet Toast, Christian,
Yeah.
you start talking about his family and his wife and like his passions. You're like, shoot my
We were in
shot
AC
here.
one night, and it was that event, and Loud Pack Lou was there. It was me, Gio, and everybody. This was before he even came to you guys. And he was like, oh, yeah, you know, Garden Greens, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yo, you going over there? And he was like, yeah. I was like, yo, do that. That's the team that you want to be on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And so, like,
So I-
they all pass a vibe check. They all pass, right? How knowledgeable are they about weed? How passionate are they about the product?
Yeah.
How ingratiated with the market are they, right? Like, to have someone that's really passionate about weed but is afraid to talk to strangers, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Right? So you're looking for really outgoing personalities, but also I want the people that are on the street for our brand to represent who we really are, right? And
Very
so
important.
I want them to represent who the market is, right? Like, it's real easy as a weed grower to be lumped in with old white dudes who grow weed, right? Because that's who grows weed. When you look, right? You go to the cups and the sessions, there's a bunch of old white dudes who grow weed.
Yeah.
That's not the culture of weed. That's not who's buying weed. That's not who's celebrating weed, right? If anything, they're trying to fly under the radar because they don't pay taxes and they're not really legal, right? So the people of the actual culture, that's who you're looking for these positions, right? And it's a mix of, do I like you? Are my customers gonna like you? Are the bud tenders gonna like you? Can you get me hyped up?
Yeah.
Can you make me feel excited about a strain?
Like you said, it's someone you want to break bread with.
Right.
Someone you want to go smoke a fatty with.
I couldn't be more proud of this team.
Yeah, I think you guys picked a great bunch to
Wasu
represent.
and they each bring something else to the table other than just their personality and their weed knowledge, right? And so Wasu, right, Exotic.
Yes.
He's an amazing designer.
Yeah.
And so all of the specialty merch that no one can buy, Wasu designs it all.
Yep.
Right, the backpacks, right? We got a pillow coming your way. Because
Nice.
you're gonna have some kind of seating in there, right?
Yeah.
And we got like a Garden Greens pillow, all Wasu's designs.
Okay.
And that's separate from the designer who designs the packaging and the stickers and all the rest, but he understands the culture. And so he's able to take those things that he thinks are culturally relevant and then apply them, right? And so they all bring something unique to the table, and then they come together like Voltron,
Yes.
and they make us look good, right?
Hey man, I
People only buy things from you when they like you and they trust you, right? Their job is to make sure that you guys like us,
Yeah.
right? Our job is to make sure that the product that we put in the bag earns your trust. That's it. The rest is bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys got it down, man. You guys got a bunch of hustlers.
We just, hey, thank you guys for bringing us
Yeah.
into your home.
Thank you so much for
bringing us
thank
into
you,
your
man.
dream,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
more importantly.
Yeah.
You know, we're honored to be a part of that.
Yes.
We're super stoked to get open. And like I said, just have that Garden Greens test kitchen and pizza on the stand and our pizza all on our, our shelves and, keep the people in New Jersey happy.
Yeah, we couldn't be more excited about your dispensary, right? We love you, right?
Yeah, I love you guys too, man.
And it's hard to make new friends.
Yeah.
I couldn't be
that's-
more thrilled with
for sure.
like knowing you guys, being able to work with you, being able to have open, honest conversations, right? Being able to help each other where we're stuck.
Exactly.
That's what this industry is all about. That's what you don't get in other industries, right?
Yeah.
And so it's nice to be able to have, right? It's what sets us apart.
Exactly.
Otherwise, this is just Chili's or Fridays, right? And I'm trying never to go back to a restaurant again.
Exactly. Like
Unless you're going to eat.
yeah,
I'll eat there, but I don't want to be in the kitchen.
yeah. I speak so highly of you guys, all
really
the
appreciate
events that I go to and all the people I talk to and my family members, at the house, and when I pull out that Garden Greens bag, I'm like, yo, these are my family. Yeah, this is, check this out. So I can't wait. I can't wait. I know I have to, sell other products, but
Yeah, look, you have a lot
for
of,
sure.
You have a lot of choices of weed in Jersey, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
as the weeks go on, you're gonna have more and more choices. I don't know how we stand up. I won't compare us to others. I think there's some good, really great weed on the market now, right? I think there's a lot of mid-tier weed on the market.
Yeah.
Our goal is to make sure that Garden Green stays differentiated, stays relevant, right? And continues to be the relationship play because you're not worried about the quality.
Yes.
Right? If our quality was slipping, it doesn't matter how great of friends we are, right? Bad weed is bad weed. But we could have the best weed, but then you hate us. Why would you want to work with us?
Yeah.
So for us, it's important to us that we have real relationships with our vendors.
Exactly. Well,
We're stoked to be
that's
a part
nice,
of that.
man.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Appreciate you guys.
About a month, man. About a month. So, that's it.
We'll be there day one.
Yeah.
Glad you guys were able to check this out. All right, my guy.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Top.
Good seeing you.
guys,
Thanks,
appreciate
Seth.
you.
Nah, for sure, man. Catch you later.
Yeah.